Hey guys, it's Janae, and I'm back with another video. As you may or may not know, Adam and I decided to pick up beekeeping last year, and this was our first year honey harvest. We actually did 2 honey pools. This is the first one, and so we did the traditional technique where you just look at the frames, see which ones you want, and then like you saw Adam do, you shake it off. I'm sweeping all the bees off that I can, and then you take the frame into a box, some kind of secure box that has a lid on it so they can't smell the honey. And then after you're finished, you replace all of the frames that you took out with empty frames. There's really nothing wrong with this technique, but as you can see, there's a lot of bees flying around because obviously we're taking their food, so they don't like that. They can get kind of aggressive, and there is a much easier way to do this. I didn't film our second honey pool. I will make sure to film that next year, but I'll insert the tool that we used. It's called a bee escape. I'm going to put the picture up in the upper right hand corner, and so you would just place that device on the top box on top of it, and the way that it's designed, the bees can get out of the box that they're in through the hole, but they can't get back up into it. So you leave that on for about a week or so, and then you can just take the top box off and there won't be any bees in it. So that's what we did the second time, and it worked much better. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with this, but it just gets them agitated and they're flying all around, and you end up killing some when you put the lid back on. So I just prefer the path of least resistance, and that would be the bee escape. It's much easier, it's pretty cheap, and it kills the least amount of bees. So now we're just straightening everything up. Typically you would want to pull your honey from that very top shorter box. That's considered the super, but we got it on later in the season, and so it wasn't full with honey yet. We chose to pull from the second box, and we left everything in the bottom box for the bees so they had enough food to get through the winter. So after you get your frames, you want to scrape that top layer of wax off with a serrated knife. They also have heated knives and other tools, but this is the easiest for me that I found so far. You scrape that off, and that is what allows the honey to flow out of the holes. The wax on top keeps it from dripping out in the hive until they're ready to eat it, and when you take the wax off, then the honey is exposed. After you scrape off all the wax, you're going to put the frame in the extractor, and then you're going to take all of your wax, which has honey also mixed with it, called cappings, into a double strainer. That honey is going to separate and leak down into the 5-gallon bucket. So here's what we got going on here. Adam is spinning. So the honey is going to shoot out of the side walls. It's going to fall down and then come out of here. So from here, we're going to put it in our strainer, and then it'll go into the 5-gallon bucket. Is it hard for you, Adam?
Centrifugal force.
Look at the camera.
Come on, look inside.
So he's going to do that until all the honey is out, and then flip the frames and do it again, and hopefully we'll have a good amount. So after you get your honey strained into the container that you want, it's time to put it into jars. Do not pick the one that I have here because it is really for regular beverages. I guess the honey is too thick and it makes it come out of that hole extremely slow. This is sped up like 20 times, and as you can see, it's taking quite a long time, like 15-20 minutes per jar, and it's only 8 ounces. So I would make sure to get the correct can. I'm gonna put a picture up of what it should look like, but after you fill your jar up, you're just gonna screw the lid on like normal, put on any kind of like sticker or label that you want, and you're finished. One other thing you want to take note of is the color of the honey. This is our second batch and it's pretty dark. You really can't even see through the jar. The darker the honey, usually the sweeter it is, and it also has less water and more antioxidants than light colored honey. So it's going to be better if you're taking it for your allergies. Also make sure that if you are taking honey specifically for your allergies, make sure that it's local, because if it's not local, it's not going to have any pollens from your area, and that is what gives you the benefit for allergies. So after you're done, put the lid on, put on any labelings. This is what me and Adam came up with, and you are finished. Look how delicious and dark and sweet that honey looks. So delicious. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Come back again, and thanks for watching.